The pandemic has hit the economy hard, forcing many companies into survival mode. Just this week, Resorts World Sentosa announced that it's slashing jobs in what is the first mass retrenchment exercise in Singapore since the crisis began.
The Straits Times understands that 2,000 people will let go at RWS. Now, industry analysts now say it's a matter of time before Marina Bay Sands will likely have to lay off some staff. Now, let's discuss this further with Alvin Goh, Executive Director at the Singapore Human Resources Institute. Hi, Alvin. Thank you for coming on to join us. Now, in this uncertain economic climate, do you expect to see more large-scale layoffs in the coming weeks? And if so, which sectors are most at risk?
Right. If economic activity does not pick up anytime, especially in the next quarter or two, I believe strongly that we will see large retrenchments and layoffs happening, and especially to the entertainment industry, the art scene, and also the service industry as well. We could possibly see large outflows of staff itself.
Well, another two-part question for you, Alvin. What practical advice do you have for job seekers and those who are worried about losing their jobs? And what can they do to improve their jobs prospects then?
I think especially in the COVID world right now, the need for actually social networking, be it on LinkedIn or any other social media itself, that's where I think job seekers should actually be. That would be a good hunting ground for them in terms of looking out for potential opportunities, networking, and finding out who are the key decision makers itself. And also, the importance of continuous learning is also very important. Just because that you are being laid off, I don't think it's a good excuse of not doing anything right now. I think it's important to continuously to look at relearning and reskilling oneself to get ready for the economic picked up. Perhaps, maybe, hopefully, in the fourth quarter of this year, or perhaps maybe in the next 2021 itself. I think it's important to keep going, keeping that mental positive mindset to keep going. I think that's very key.
Right. So that's on the part of the employee. Now let's talk about on the employer front. As companies adapt to an increasingly digital economy, what kinds of roles are going to be most in demand?
If I look at a broad scope of positions out there, especially towards the digital economy, I think a key area of emphasis would be people with the necessary skill sets of understanding business and able to actually look at data itself, especially in the digital economy, to be able to harvest data and use it as a key strategic decision-making point. All right, I think we have to move away from just past business experiences, using our common sense in the past, because we live in a COVID and most likely in a post-COVID world, right? And transformations are taking place it's so aggressively taking place right now. I think we lack this platform of people who's able to understand what business is and take those business data and make it into a good and viable, sustainable strategy. I think this is something that the workforce transformations from various agencies are actually looking into it right now.
Well, thank you so much, Alvin, for the tips and advice. We've been speaking with Alvin Goh, who's the Executive Director at the Singapore Human Resources Institute.